treated like, the beauty product of my test. So currently, I'm aspiring to that technologies. And I want to say public conversation. I'm passionate about this by in public health, in global health, especially as regards mental health. And the mental health part of the report, but understand. So, like I was saying, what is that thing that happens today that made me passion for young people, passion for living? The experiences I had growing up in an environment where I had a lot of friends, we grew up together, but 20 years down the line, 5 years down the line, when I look back, I see a lot of us doing well, but I can see a couple of us being stuck. A couple of us here running around in circles, to my brother, some of them are, on drugs, some are doing their own different kinds of things. So the question is, how can two persons start out from the same territory, from the same community, but after a while, they end up with two different outcomes? Remember the story of the son and Jacob. When their mother was pregnant with son and Jacob, brothership came and the two nations and loving. The younger, the brother shall serve the younger. So these two children were not the poor, but were destined to be inside them. So much that the elder had to serve the younger. So that made me very difficult. How can two people come out of them? For one is forced to live a life of serving toward the other, while the other one to live over the other. So what are the factors that accounts for this? And for the dichotomy, two persons attend the same church, two persons hear the same word of God, but they have two different experiences in the long run. But some of them are the same, people on the same table. Eventually, they have two different experiences. And this is the question that has formed the large chunk of the large part of what I'm about to share with you in the next few minutes. So the question is, how do I discover who I am? How do I answer the question of who am I? Someone wants to throw that question to me, who are you? What are the stuff that's made you? Who are you? How will you answer that question? Because I found out in the world that we read, anybody who cannot answer this question cannot be exploited. If you don't know who you are, you won't know why some things belong to you and other things are not meant to be found around your life. You will tolerate a lot of things just because you don't know who you are. You don't know what it is that belongs to you, and you don't know what the experience is you having faced or who you are. So the very first question I'm going to answer is, you cannot know who you are until you know who your source is. Everybody came from somewhere. Everything that exists came from something. For instance, the tree, the bird, the animals, living things, including man, came from somewhere. And the man or the animal or the tree cannot define himself or herself in that kind of answering the question of what is my source? Where did I come from? The talking of things that your source determines for you. Three major things. Number one, that your source determines your nature, your source determines your building. That's one. Your source determines your ability, what you can do. It's determined by your source. Then your source also determines what you can have. So it determines who you are, determines what you can do, and it determines what you can have. If you pick up a mango things and you look at the mango beans, you will be out of your mind to think that the mango tree existed without the source. There are some scientists that believe that there was a big bang and then the world existed. So what they are trying to say is that there was a loud explosion and the world came to be. Man, as we know it, came to be. And a couple of us might believe in that philosophy. They believe that others came out of this further. There was a loud noise. But if you look at the greatest of the human system, the Bible, put your heart now, divide your tumor, bring out your heart, bring out your liver, bring out your kidney. In the loud bang, it's not to produce the implications of your body. The loud noise shoots knock out. This is the impact that we're going to make. Can you knock out 3 rounds or 6 rounds and shoot it? Oh. Let's see what comes out after that loud noise. Or come out of the house, shout. So do loud noise, shout. And let's see that something as complex as a human being, or as an animal, or as a fruit can come out of that loud noise. So the first question that you have to answer is, who is my source? Where did I come from? Where did I just appear? And it's not possible that anybody appear. There's nobody that appear. Anything that you see was created by something that is that's it. The phone that I'm using to communicate with you was created by being more intelligent than the phone. If you see a car moving on the road, there's a tool inside that car more intelligent than the car. that either made leader or is controlling and steering the affairs of that. So it's not comfortable for something or someone to exist outside another thing or another person. The very first question that you will answer in discussing identity is, who is my source? Where did I come from? And I'm going to read these scriptures. Genesis chapter 1 verse 6. The scripture says, and God said, let us make man in our own image, according to our likeness, and let them have dominion. So that scripture tells us that we came from God Almighty. Let's make it in our image, after our likeness. So the man has no right to determine another ethnicity or another nature for himself, other than who we are. So if you want to know what the man is, who the man is, you must know who the person that made him, who that person is. That will give you an understanding of who the man is. I don't know if you can hear me. I know you can hear me. Pay attention to what I'm trying. For the government question, who is my source? For what? Man was not the first nature that was created by God Almighty. Then question that God made. He made the tree, made the animal. To make the tree, then made the earth bring forth upon that. So the thing is, we are sourced from the earth. What that means is that the moment you disconnect the tree from the source, which is the earth, that tree dies automatically. So step out of the house, see the plant, open the plant from the source. That's the end of the plant. You don't need to bind the plant with your mouth. You don't need to do any other thing. But the solution from the source kills, the product automatically. When you wanted to make the animals, when you wanted to make the cheese, especially, let the water bring water abundantly. Because the fishes were sourced from the water. The person that will the fish is to support the fish from the water. It dies automatically. So remove the fish from the water. Then it will pray, please die. Try to remove it from us and die. But when we wanted to make you and me, he said, let us make man. So the question of who my source is still answered simply. We came from God. Our source is God Almighty. And like I said, our source determines three things for us. Number one, our nature. So if you want to understand your nature, you first of all understand the nature of your source. A mango fruit cannot have a different nature from the mango tree. Seeing that the source of the mango tree is the mango tree. How we are able to do that? The second thing is, it gives you an understanding of your abilities. A goat cannot go to another animal that don't have the abilities of a goat. The Bible proverb that says, what happens is that there is nothing whole of this year that is not long. So when they sources another thing that you call a smaller snake, that thing must be long. So your abilities in determine from your source. You can't do more than what your source can do. Whatsoever it is that your source can do is what you can do. In the same way, when the God is what you can have. What you can have. So number one is who you are, your nature. Number two is what you can do, your abilities. Number three is what you can have. You're determined by yourself. Whatsoever it is that your source can have, you can have. You can understand there are a couple of ladies in this room listening to me that, of course, your mom is a woman, and you're the time in her life when she got married and she did the children. What I want to say is that since you came from her, you can also get the children the way she did. You might not have one now, but it doesn't cancel the fact that you are not less of a woman that the problem with the you. It's just a matter of time. So we have to tell me that I want to feel at it. Because your soul determines your nature, your soul determines your abilities, and then your soul determines what you can have. Or what belongs to you is determined by your source. Now, the next thing I would like to quickly talk about, this one I already mentioned, super amazing. An understanding of this will set you apart. You will come to realize that whatsoever my source can do, I can also do. Then the question is, what can all the world establish that is your source? What can we do? What can God do? This was the mindset that I was doing when I did myself. And yes, I had of that. What can we do? What can we have? What can we do? What can we I have to go around. This whole day was not done. It was interesting because I must function as a step. I must look like you. I must have this ability. I must have this ability. What will you say about you? If those are not things I do not can, they cannot find you. That's why I said that I changed school. I was great. By God's grace, I became the best. I started going to the like last week. I was the best person. On the best person was Mr. Starter of Life. I met her 6 years or so purpose. This is the exception of my life. But nobody has ever experienced the class from my class. I became the top. It breaks that. I came down about that. I'm just going down about the very long time. I was something I'm going to work for a very long time. Only because somebody to make this class with the guy. Because what am I saying? What inspired me to go for that? Because I understand that if my source cannot have this, I'm not going to have this. If he cannot pay, I cannot pay. If he cannot, if he can have this, what I mean is that how can I also have this? That's the question that I want to know. So the next thing I want to know, then I want to do that. So, if you're here, maybe say something or maybe add something, let me show that what I hear and I know what I'm saying. Okay, so that's the very good. Okay, very. I can see that a couple of persons are joining us. Okay, so you are all welcome. All of us who are joining us. So that's very since I was I came from God. When I believe Jesus has been also I am in God and then I'm also empowered to be able to create something. And all of you are children of the Most High, not the rich or the smaller G. So whatsoever it is that he can do, we are also equipped to do in the same manner. We are talking about this community of believers. God was a very respected that he brings this related called the world. He brings this related called the world. He brings animal. And this is a shocking thing. Also, we very shocked that we are, in our dream, we are actually solely the very benefits that God offers. For instance, the person who took together to do that God will do that God will what we thought, the story beginning. The story some of these stories apply inside. And in fact, what is the technology in other managers to leave from something at the and from saying this together, we really are going to apply. We will not really that is so and the top of the technology that we go. The people that are using that, this is only for the necessary things. That version of this time is like I don't have that see that on the other. This is another approach. You can just start this sort of people. We are trying to cash up on I can tell you about their stories. We learn how it is and it so what happens is that whatsoever it is that all the man can to continue. You can out no going to that if you want to go out of it, shit that I know it's a family story of that children learn what they want and what they want. The decisions and rewards that some of our parents use that we are talking about that but the that some parents are for some other parents are for the number of look at all people they are shaping it. So your child is now only of the manager that I can't have what you have because they are big and small. No child is born with that understanding of that. Whatsoever you do for us, I'm for that. If you can't remember that, by life parents or by your dad, I'm not that but I'm here to tell you, you are not the level that men people. You are not the level that people are people. Whatsoever if because of being my job as a human capital, I need a lot of preference in the course of this my time. Now I'm saying they tell me super available. So you were telling me the other day that she grew up not not liking herself. Because the word that she kept on hearing was how that you are ugly, how that you are an animal. And this word was spoken by the people that supported her. She that known better to speak the right word. This was how the word shifting people. The word the point hearing the word. Words are powerful. I want you to understand the words are really very powerful. Words shape us. And somebody never told you words, and all of a sudden you start like the person doing this. But the word that cannot be seen is producing tears that can be seen. Words shape people. Thoughts shape people. Words very thoughts. Thoughts very words. And these two things combine. Shape people. So what of this really works. You can't do this, you can't have this. You can't afford this, you can't do it. You can't work this as your performance significance. You can't, it's not possible. Don't want to people who put limitation in you by your own limitations. You are not able to happen. There's no way that I can't happen. I'm not bound to suffer. I'm not bound to suffer your struggles just because you understand the place of authority over me. As my general or as an elder or as a leader or as there are some people that are called. They don't do what I want their parents to do. As a matter of fact, you suffer your parents for children. The dream of every parent is to raise children that will do more than what they do in their lifetime. So I'm here to challenge you and you. If your father is in the creator God, he created the heaven and the earth. You can do. You can do something. You can make something. I want you to tell yourself, this I can do. There is a lot inside of me that my generation had not yet discovered. Growing up, I listened to a man called my small old brother. One of the different than my small old brother that said the greatest treasure on earth is not found in the oil place of Nigeria or Ghana, in the gold mine of South Africa. It's not found in the letter trust. He said that the greatest treasure on earth is found in the Burial. And I was curious, why would you like it? Then just people in the Burial see people that had dreams that never came to life. Some of them had things that they never read. Some had songs that they wrote never heard. A lot of persons died with impunity and the products that was put inside of them that they never allowed to have expression. I think that you are not that you are not the one of those. The world will be your impact. The world will be about the world will know you. But they will say over industry that you will say about trust that you have. No world will be about every man was created either to solve a problem and already a problem or in anticipation of the problem that will arrive. And the soul will be true about it. We are created either to solve a problem or only for one that is soon going to be discovered. There's a lot inside of you that you are not aware of. That's why we are interested in the stuff. So learn that there's one you than what you already know. So one of the lessons, I wanted us to understand this as the foundation. And I'll share the last way when we are person told them and that we are doing. So remember I said, must know your source, your thought determines your mission. What you can do, your team, your doing determined by your source. Your activity, what you can do, who impact determined by your source. Who impact determined by your source. Then once you have your ability, you have not called the attention to know the abilities of the person that sourced you, the person that really